What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Good morning. Hope you had a good week and welcome to your daily update on Jasmy. There's enough to talk about. I personally traded some Jasmy. I'll tell you what I did. I'll tell you why I did it. And I think in general today is going to be quite volatile. The last 24 hours were very volatile in the markets. For Jasmy, not so. Right? Jasmy was quite quiet until the later part of yesterday. When we started to drop down. It was actually in the night, I believe, right here, right? Yeah, so at 10 p.m. in my time zone at least. So we dropped down quite a bit with Jasmy. In general, we are still in the same price structure, so nothing much has changed. I do think, like when we first broke out here, and we were starting to form some sort of a bullish price structure on the lower time frames. Here you can see. A nice uptrend on the 1 hour time frame, right? And at the same point of time, we were also gaining some momentum. So that has changed, right? Because I felt like with the momentum that we were gaining, we had a chance to get some sort of a bullish breakout and to start rallying up. But the momentum is still high, but I don't think that the technical support is, all right? We have lost the 1 hour uptrend we had, which always sounds funny because a 1 hour uptrend usually does not mean anything. But we have lost that in general, I think, due to market stress. All right. I mean, if you look at the markets right now, it's not looking great. Bitcoin got a significant bearish breakout yesterday and in general started to lose some momentum especially in the last 8-9 hours. And that has an effect on Jasmy. All right. But so the situation for Jasmy right now is still very much the same. We are in a downtrend on the higher time frames, and then on the lower time frames, 1 hour, 30 minutes, we are consolidating here between 2.25 and 2.55 cents. Now, yesterday when we broke this short-term uptrend we had, and in general we got some bottom signals here. Weaker market, just in general, less bouncy here. Momentum started shifting a bit for Jasmy, as you can see. Like this momentum, the open interest has been going up since Wednesday evening, right? So momentum, I've told you this countless times, but you want to see the open interest go up for Jasmy because that means that a chance of a breakout and a rally is higher. The thing though is that if you combine this with the CVD, it's actually not positive momentum. You can see, especially yesterday evening, kind of at the same point of time I shorted, a huge amount of shorts have been opened on Jasmy. So even though it looks like we are gaining momentum here with the open interest going up, it's actually not the momentum that you want. So then I shorted as well. I shorted something. I did something like this, right? So it's also assuming that the consolidation will hold. Because if you assume that the consolidation will hold and we were at the top of the consolidation, then you can assume that we'll drop that back down to the bottom. So I did something like this. I did cash out, all right? So I closed the position because right now we are still in that consolidation, right? So if you assume that the consolidation will hold, that means that sure, we'll drop back down to 2.25 right here at the bottom, but that we will hold that bottom as well and get back up to 2.5 and 2.55. So purely technically, this is what I think is most likely. Now, getting a bullish breakout, I think is impossible at this point of time with no momentum and a relatively weak Bitcoin. What I do think is a possibility is that we'll get a bearish breakout. All right, most of the Fridays for Bitcoin have not been positive in the last month. Today is a Friday. Jasmy itself on the higher time frames is also still bearish. So even though purely technically, I do think it's most likely that we'll be able to hold the bottom of the range, the bottom of the consolidation right here, I would not buy there, all right? Because there is a significant chance that if Bitcoin starts to break down a bit and start to drop down below 57,000 and potentially below 56,000, then Jasmy will follow, all right? And we'll see something like this. And that's obviously not something you'll want to be a part of. So I don't think this is most likely. I think it's a realistic scenario you have to take into account. I think it is most likely, purely technically, that shorters will take profits right here, that will bounce, and that will get some sort of a consolidation down here until we get some more momentum from the markets. And those are my thoughts. That's your update for today. If you do have any questions, of course, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.